Welcome, everybody, to New Orleans and the iconic Caesars Superdome, the long-term home of the All-State Sugar Bowl, which this year, of course, is part of the college football playoff. We've reached the semifinal stage, one last hurdle to clear before that national championship game. And today we're going to find out who's got the toughness and the depth to continue their drive to keep championship dreams alive. As we'll see the number 4 seed in this playoff, the Houston Cougars, taking on the top-seeded team in the playoff, the Missouri Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit. It's been a tremendous college football playoff so far, and it's down to this, the semifinals. Which team will head on to the national championship game? Kickoff team out there. We are about to get cranked up for this semifinal collision. Fielded in the end zone. It's Singleton. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Solid run, moves the ball out across the 20 to the 21.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Second down after that run on the previous play. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. Fights off a defender. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Fires it to the wideout. Looks downfield and connects with a wide-open wide receiver. It's a big gain across midfield all the way to the 39-yard line.
Man, they got exactly the right coverage early in this game that they were looking for. They found the matchup, and they hit a big one early.
Houston getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. They'll try the option play here. Oh, and a fumble here. Can you believe it? Offense keeps possession, recovers the fumble.
Well, it's a good job by the defense to force the fumble, but you have to have the collective awareness for someone to get on top of it. It's a lucky break for the offense.
Here's the second down play. And the wideout goes in motion. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense, almost anticipating this play. They're in position to bring him down for a loss.
So bad plays on 1st and 2nd down puts them in a tough spot here. 3rd and very long. Offense looking to throw the ball. Makes the grab. It's Singleton.
Great job here by the defense. 3rd down and long. You drop back in coverage, keep everything in front of you, force that quarterback to have to check the ball down, and then you rally to the football to force his 4th down. Great job here by the D.
So their first drive of the game, they're going to go for it on 4th down. Aggressive start. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Trying to extend the play. Scrambling around now, looking downfield. And is intercepted.
Now, this just goes to show you everybody makes mistakes. This quarterback is looked and viewed as one of the top quarterbacks in the entire country. But even he makes a poor decision, puts the ball into coverage, and he throws an interception here early in the game.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Handoff to the back. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Quick throw, catch made on the out route. Big play across midfield. They'll spot it near the 36.
Boy, really nice throw here to the slot receiver, and I love the quickness that he has after the catch. He's essentially a running back playing at that slot position. That's how dangerous he is after he makes a catch.
The drive stays alive with that completion for a first down. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff.
You see, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. A big hit by the linebacker. Physical tackle there, big versus big.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
So the offense faces 3rd and short from the +26. Might be 4-down territory, but let's see what the call is here. They'll try to run for the first down. He's got some room. Can he get there? He'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Missouri.
Chris, it's a great touchdown run here by this back. But the continuity of this offensive line was on display. And that's the reason he was able to get into the end zone.
PAT is good, so it's 7-0. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Fields it just outside the goal line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Houston's offense heads back out on the field now. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. Pulls it in. It's Singleton. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. That's a nice pickup there. They find some space in the zone and pick up the first down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this first down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being patient, waiting for that window to open up in that zone, and he put it right on the money for the receiver to have a chance to not just catch it, but eventually get the first.
Gain on the first play moves it to the 43. It'll be first down. From the shotgun, an inside handoff. quarterback now all alone in the backfield. Second down, we're going to throw it. Makes the grab. It's Young. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a first down.
You see more and more offenses in college football going to 3 receivers, and the slot receiver a lot of times can become the go-to guy. He gets mismatches against either safeties, a nickelback, or a linebacker walked out, and you can take advantage of it.
Offense gets set up here. It's third down. Can he make it to the marker? Tackle made at the 41. That's first down yardage. This Houston offense is moving quickly down the field.
Great job here by this offense being able to convert. Let's face it, they've dug themselves a hole. They're down here early in this game. And with all this hype, the last thing you want to do is have to punt the ball. Come up with a conversion, keep your rhythm, keep your momentum.
It's a fumble. Looks like the defense has it.
That's a great play. He forced a fumble, but let's also recognize the heads-up play from the guy who recovered it. They were in the right. Just the right time.
So the challenge doesn't work. That'll cost the head coach a timeout. We'll see if that comes into play later in the ballgame. So the Missouri offense heads back out onto the field. Can they keep it going? They mixed the run and pass beautifully in the last touchdown drive. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
They look to throw it here on second down. Gets rid of it on the move. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up third down.
This is the one thing I love about this running back is his ability to get involved in the pass game. Runs a great route, just doesn't come down with a catch.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. Dropping back. We're going to throw for the first down. Oh, and another incompletion.
This is one of the beauties of rushing 3 and dropping 8. The quarterback sits back there and has to find an open receiver. And you've got 8 men in coverage. The quarterback holds the ball and holds the ball and holds the ball. And eventually, even with just 3, eventually they get home and affect him.
Special teams on the field now. Here comes a punt. And the coverage team makes the stop on this return. Offense out for the first play of the drive, beginning at the 22. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Great move in the open field. They stop him at the 47, but that's enough for a first down. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. It's press coverage now from these DBs. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
You know, all week the defensive coordinator told us about the quarterback. He told us about the receivers and how they're going to throw the football. But, man, they better get locked in on stopping this run game because that was a big-time game.
The offense finally producing here. Sets up a 1st and 10. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. He's moving out of the pocket now. Here's a fumble way behind the line of scrimmage. Offense with a crucial fumble recovery.
The offensive staff just took a collective sigh of relief. But I'd still anticipate that someone's going to pull that ball carrier aside, give him a couple choice words on the importance of ball security.
Second down now after the sack. They'll switch it up, looking to throw. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down.
Well, this defense has been incredible all year long, and they continue to be that way in the postseason. Just getting after this offense, whether it's putting pressure on the quarterback, great coverage downfield. Right now, they are dominating this game.
Important third down play coming up. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Running out of time in the pocket. And he can't escape. It's a sack for the defense. And the offense failed earlier on a fourth down attempt. They'll try it again here. The secondary backed up off the ball now. Needs a completion here on fourth down. He'll take a deep shot here. Catch made down inside the 25. Finally tackled out the 19, and just like that, the offense has moved into the red zone.
Boy, that was fourth and a mile. I'm surprised they even went for this. What in the world are they thinking? But give them all the credit in the world. They pick it up and keep the drive alive.
Houston getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. The back's got it. Got space looking for the end zone here. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Houston.
Boy, as a defensive coordinator, you've got to be careful being so worried about this pass game and this quarterback that you're a little bit soft up front and it costs you. It's exactly what happened here as they scored this touchdown.
And the PAT is good. The PAT ties the game here in the second quarter now. Now they get set to kick it away. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Missouri offense back out on the field. This group is coming off a quick 3 and out. Can they put something together in this drive? And we're going to throw now on first down. From the pocket, delivers over the middle. They bring him down quickly. A short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
That completion makes it 2nd and medium. They'll run it here. Powering through. They're gaining some breathing room now. Tackled at the 26.
Coaches told us in the pregame production meetings they love this back's mixture of speed and power. We know about the speed. He also showed the ability to break tackles on that run.
And 3rd and short, they hand the ball off. Looks like Missouri will have the first down.
Yeah, I love how the back didn't really dance around trying to make a big play. He knew it was 3rd down in inches, lower the shoulder, get the first down.
It's a solid run, gives the offense a first down and a new set of downs. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Bringing pressure. He's escaping the pocket now. Choosing to just throw the ball away that time. Second down play now coming up.
Man, I like this play. And not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
Incompletion makes it second down. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Catch hauled in here over the middle. Tackle's made, but not before he makes the 43-yard line. This drive is going now.
The defense sits back in a zone coverage. Good job here by the quarterback, recognizing that soft coverage, and he hits the routine drag route underneath for a first down.
This Missouri offense is moving quickly down the field. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Looking to scramble. And they chase him down outside the pocket for a sack.
This is good pressure by the defense, but it just felt like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a little bit too long, which allowed the defense to get home.
This offense faces a 2nd and 15. The O-line needs to regroup. From the shotgun, drops back. Looks to the left, and it's complete. Ball carrier tackled there.
That's the thing with this guy. You've got the ability to flex him out. He shows his versatility, what he can do from that slot position. He could be the quarterback safety blanket.
Offense trying to move into scoring position if they can convert 3rd and short here from the 50. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Oh, a sack. The senior on this defense making a big play. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. And the punt team makes its way onto the field. And he'll kick it away now for the second time. And the coverage team able to bring him down. So the Cougars offense heads back out onto the field now. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Second down after that previous play. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup was good enough to move the chains. First down.
Chris, I just love to see this offensive line in this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the first half, so really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action, opens up one-on-one opportunities. Just keep winning the battle up front.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And he's going to float this one to the right side. Deep shot caught out of the 20. Touchdown, Houston. No chance to catch him.
What a well-designed play here by this offense to get the ball to the gifted tight end. Of course, he's got the size, but here he shows you the speed that he has in outrunning the secondary into the end zone for a big touchdown.
PAT makes it a 7-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. So the Missouri offense heads back out onto the field. Let's see what they do here in the final minute of the half. Try to get aggressive and cut into this lead, or play it safe. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Finds an open target on the left side. The timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter. It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Makes a quick catch. Offense stops the block with their second timeout to talk strategy.
Hey, they get some positive yards here, but just from sitting up here looking down, Chris, you kind of have a sense that they wanted a little bit more on that play.
That completion makes it 2nd and medium. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. And he lofts it toward the left sideline. Pass hauled in inside the 15. He's brought down at the 6. The offense will have 1st and goal right there. And the offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. 1st down and goal. Can the defense force a field goal and keep the lead at halftime? They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Oh, and he misfires just beyond the receiver's grasp.
Anytime you're snapping the ball inside the 10-yard line, we always know for the quarterback the windows are tighter and they close much faster. He's got to do a better job of getting the ball out quicker to give his receiver a chance.
It's a 2nd and goal play for the offense. Quarterback drops back, looking to the end zone, and it's caught. Touchdown, Tigers. This college football playoff game is all tied up, and Kirk, it's beginning to feel a little bit like a shootout.
Yeah, it is. It's a battle of the offenses. Both these teams right now executing flawlessly, and they're doing so with such high stakes, answering one score with another. Neither team is backing up 1 inch.
And the kickoff will bounce right through the end zone for a touchback. So they start the drive looking for some late fireworks here, less than 30 seconds before halftime. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. It's caught downfield. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a 1st down.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
Looking to throw it on 1st down. The pass rush closing in. He called his own number, and the freshman QB keeps this drive moving. Time ticking away. Time for just one more play before halftime. 1st down, looking to throw the ball. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And it's picked off in the end zone. And that will do it for the 1st half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The kickoff team out there now to get the 2nd half underway. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. Here comes the Missouri offense back out on the field. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking for his big tight end. And he's got it. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down.
These undersized slot receivers can be some of the toughest guys to contain for a defense. They're quicker than they really are fast, and they're very elusive, tough to contain in these one-on-one matchups.
And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage.
Well, it's a game of matchups. Always has been and it always will be, especially on the perimeter. And the quarterback believes his guy is better than their guy.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And the running back takes the handoff. Looks like Missouri will have the first down.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
Missouri getting set with a 1st and 10 now. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Runner finding some space there. That's a solid gain on the ground.
You know, a lot of times these types of plays either go for nothing or they can go for a huge chunk of yards. Here they do a nice job of getting it to the outside, turning it upfield, and ended up getting a nice gain out of it.
Offense will keep it on the ground here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defense coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
The quarterback making some changes at the line. They're going to throw for it on 3rd and short. Cannot connect. Incomplete, and now 4th down.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. You've got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
Trying for a 4th down completion. Makes the catch, and the offense will keep this drive going. And he picks up the first down, tackled at the 32.
Just great execution here on this 4th down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the ball and pick up the first down.
Keeping it on the ground here. Finding enough space for a solid gain before they stop it.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance at a really nice gain.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? They go with a direct snap. Looks like Missouri will have the first down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
With the defense coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Defense cannot get off the field. The long drive continues. They'll switch it up here, looking to throw. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play, bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
the offense sets up with a 1st and goal. They're going to run it here. And he's finally tackled out at the 2-yard line. A solid 1st down gain sets the ball up close to the goal line. And they finish it off here on 2nd and goal. And the quarterback dropping back. And the sophomore making an impact play.
Man, the defense comes up with a big play here, backed up close to their own goal line. But as an offensive coordinator, you're inside that 3-yard line at 2nd and goal. If you're going to throw the ball, man, the ball has got to get out of that quarterback's hands quickly and not give the defense a chance to get after him and bring him down for a sack.
And it's incomplete, very near the goal line.
Oof, the risk of throwing on 3rd and short. Lots of second guessing going over on that sideline about that play call. You got to wonder if they're going to go for it anyway on 4th down, but what will be the play call?
And the field goal is good. And they've reclaimed the lead with that.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. They'll return it from inside the 5. And the coverage team gets the returner to the ground. Houston's offense heads back onto the field now. They had some good things going in the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. Offense moving backwards after that holding penalty. This line getting set up. It's a 1st down play. Here's the handoff. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. Second down after that run on the previous play. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Finds his man. It's Williams. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
The gain is 3 yards, brings up a 2nd down and 7.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. Here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Offense getting set for a 2nd down here to begin the quarter. There's the handoff. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a 1st down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work. This Houston offense is moving quickly down the field.
Defense trying to jam these receivers at the line. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. At the 20. Touchdown, Houston. And they'll claim the fourth quarter lead.
Well, this is why they love this guy so much, is when it's crunch time, he makes plays like this. What I love is the quarterback knows all I got to do is get the ball in his hands, and he can do the rest of the work and get it all the way to the end zone. Great play.
No problem with BAT right down the middle. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. So the Missouri offense heads back out onto the field. They moved it last time, but settled for a chip shot, looking to find the end zone this time. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. Receiver makes the grab.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
Important second down play coming up. Here comes a handoff. That gain is good enough for a first down. Ball spotted at the 42.
How about that offensive line? That's just getting a hat on a hat, opening just enough room for the back to be able to get through there for a big gain.
He's a 1st and 10 play. They'll hand it off. The gain is 5, so it's 2nd and 5 now.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Now it's 2nd down here. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I mean, this defense is having their way with this offensive line. That poor quarterback doesn't have a chance. Every time he drops back to throw, he's getting earholed. You better make some adjustments up front to give your poor quarterback a chance.
Caught over the middle. It's Johnson. Brought down to the 46. Good enough for a first down.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on 3rd down.
And it's the senior getting home with the sack.
I like how this defense is bringing pressure from all over the field, and that's the key in putting together a good defensive strategy. On this play, it came from the outside linebacker, and he gets to the quarterback.
After the sack on 1st down, it's 2nd down. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Looks to the left, pass caught, and we're able to get him down.
The key on a drag route is to put the ball out in front of the wide receiver to give him a chance to do what he just did. Pick up some valuable yards after the catch.
Here we go, a crucial 3rd and 1 late in this game. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. They make the first down, brought down to the 31.
You know, this back has taken advantage of his opportunities tonight in his football game. And here's another example on 3rd down. They put the ball in his hands. He knows exactly where to go to pick up the first down. And he's able to do that here in the 4th quarter.
Missouri getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. And he'll set up to throw. Catch made on the left side. Will he score here? Touchdown, Missouri. And they claim the lead here in the final quarter.
What a great call here by the offensive coordinator to get the ball out of the quarterback's hands quickly. And even though you're close to the end zone, you can still throw it and use the timing to your advantage and allow this receiver to be able to walk into the end zone.
And the kick is good. A 3-point game now in the fourth quarter. It's all up to the defense. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. Houston's offense heads back out on the field now. Heading left after the handoff. Breaking free at the 35. They bring him down, but not before a huge gain. Moves the ball to the 40-yard line.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job, and you can see the results. You burst open and get a big gain on the ground. If I were them, I'd keep going to that side and see how much more success they can have.
Single back takes the handoff. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice, solid gain.
We reach now the 2-minute warning. Sets up as a dramatic finish as this offense tries to grab the lead late here. 2nd down after that run on the previous play. And now the running back's got it again. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. They don't block the defensive end and show some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Escapes the pocket. And they pick up the first out of the 23, getting closer to the red zone.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is going to get after him. They get upfield. They have a great pass rush. What do they create? Space and running lanes. And he takes off and picks up some nice yards.
First down here for this offense. And now the handoff. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground.
That's another good run for him. What else is new? That ought to put him right at 150 yards for the game. He has really made his presence felt today.
1st and goal, handoff. Touchdown, Houston, to take the lead in the final minute.
Chris, what a great job. What a celebration by this offense. They worked so hard to get it close enough. They punch it in behind that offensive line, and now they've got the lead with less than 2 minutes to go.
Automatic on the PAT. So after the late score, they'll kick it off and hope the defense can hold up, preserve this lead. Kick bounces out of the back to the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Missouri offense back out on the field. So here we go. They need a touchdown. Got a little time to work with. How will they play this situation? It's a short completion to the big tight end. And the offense will wisely spend a timeout after the play. Clock management is going to be very important here in the final minutes.
Chris, we get so caught up in these wide receivers and their playmaking ability and getting them the ball in space. Like the defense has to pay attention to them. Often too much attention opens up an underneath drag route like this, and quarterback makes a good read. Nice first down.
He pulls it in for a big gain. And the coach quickly calls timeout after the play, trying to hold on to as much time as possible.
Well, I'll tell you what, this guy's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. And here we are, late in the game. He needs to continue to play with that consistency. And that's a great example that he's up to.
Makes the catch. It's Jones. And he'll step out of bounds to stop the clock. That is perfect execution there.
Well, Chris, just like this in the fourth quarter, you're working this 2-minute drill. It's a one-possession game. Every single time you can get first downs and out of bounds. That's exactly what you do to want to move the ball down the field and eventually put it into the end zone.
Missouri getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Freshman shows inexperience. Lucky it didn't get intercepted.
Smart decision here by the defensive coordinator to go with dime coverage, get more speed on the field, extra defensive backs, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football for this quarterback.
2nd down after the incompletion. And he drops back in the gun. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge game, but he could not collect it.
Well, this is it. Late in the game, really tight situation. This is what separates a good quarterback from a great quarterback. Can he come up with the play to keep this drive alive?
The offense was moving well, but 2 incompletions sets up a 3rd and 10. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Makes a quick grab. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. And the offense will take a timeout here. 13 seconds remaining.
Well, we saw a lot of this in the first half. They go right back to him again, and we can see the second half, that same trend continuing. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm rolling my coverage. Get a corner up in his face and put a safety back behind him. Some kind of double coverage to slow this guy down.
And a flag is down as the pass falls incomplete. Let's see who the penalty is on. Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Here's a shot toward the end zone. And it's intercepted as he threw it into heavy traffic that time.
Well, that defender deserves the game ball for that game-sealing play. Now, all there is to do is run out the clock and walk out of here with a W.
Looks like the quarterback will just take a knee here. Well, that's a great performance in the pressure moment, but now the job gets even more exciting, even bigger as they go on to the national championship game and play for that trophy.
And this is a new era. I mean, think about the weeks, the amount of games that these guys have been able to play and be able to accomplish this, to get to the national championship. That says everything about the endurance of this football team, both mentally and physically. And they get one more hurdle to see if they can become the national champs.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.